Hello, I'm Denver Henderson, Assistant Director of the Williams County Public Library, with another episode of Oddly Peculiar. This is the time of the year that many in Williams County head for warmer climates to avoid the Northwest Ohio winter, or at least daydream about traveling to a tropic place where perspiring is caused by the sun and not shoveling snow. The desire for travel is at the center of this episode in a unique tale from Williams County's past. The story begins in Montgomery County with the birth of William H. Carr on July 18, 1830. In 1835, when William was 5 years old, his family came to Williams County. According to an article in the Bryan Democrat published February 7, 1895, the family, quote, crossed the Auglaize and Maumee rivers on the ice, and finally landing on the banks of the St. Joe in what is now St. Joseph Township, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon of February 2nd. This journey seems to have instilled in young William a wanderlust. For 12 years later, the age of 17, he left the family farm in St. Joseph Township. To quote his obituary in 1907, he started out on foot to see the world, initially visiting Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa. Not satisfied with just the Midwest, William then started out for the western states and territories, ending up in California. Then William set out for the world. In time, he would visit China, Japan, and Australia. In the Western Hemisphere, he would visit Chile and Cuba. Between the ages of 17 and 27, William had traveled more than most people do between the ages of 17 and 97. William returned to St. Joseph Township in 1857, and in December he bought a farm and took a wife. He married Anna Ocker on December 13, 1857, and they were together until her death in 1888. William became an outstanding farmer, known throughout the county for his ability and productivity. This is attested to by an item published in the Fountain City Argus on September 12, 1878, reading, William Carr of St. Joseph Township, one of the best farmers in Williams County, threshed 733 bushels of wheat from 24 acres. Who can beat it? He seems to have been quite a financial mover and shaker in finances, as seen in this item published in the Bryan Democrat of July 16, 1896. William seems to have lost his pocketbook during a trip to Elkhart, Indiana, and has published the contents, a list of promissory and financial notes he held. The total of these notes comes to $1,573.16, which today in 2026 money would be $60,556.35. William retired from active farming in 1891 and bought a house in Bryan on East Bryan Street. He still owned and maintained the farm, and according to his obituary, oversaw its production until his death. William Carr died on March 18, 1907, in Bryan. The body was buried in Maple Grove Cemetery in Edgerton next to his wife, and several newspapers in the county published obituaries to this remarkable pioneer. William Carr traveled the world at a time when access to transportation was out of reach of most people, but his determination and his curiosity led him on an unusual adventure for a kid from Williams County in the 1840s. His story and his life are fascinating and oddly peculiar.